Good morning. I want to share with you about restedness today. And whenever I preach or teach, it's always something that I'm dealing with myself. I'm learning too. I'm in this process of discipleship as you are as well. So I'm not sharing from some sense of superiority or I've got it all mastered, but I'm continuing to grow as well. And certainly you're aware of that promise of Jesus for rest, inviting the weary and burden to come to him. Let me read it to you from Matthew 11, verses 28 to 30, and then talk about it briefly. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Well, let me point out a couple of reasons why you need rest, according to what Jesus says here. One is that you are weary. There's restlessness in all of us. You are burdened, overloaded by what others put on you, whether it's guilt, expectations, unnecessary requirements. You can be struggling under your own weight of guilt and desire to please and your own maybe unrealistic expectations. You can get weary from trying to prove yourself to other people and even trying to prove yourself to God. That's what brings weariness. You are weary, Jesus says. Secondly, he says you are yoked. And the yoke, of course, was this common piece of farming equipment in Jesus' day, a wooden frame that joined two animals together so they could pull a plow or wagon. And when Jesus says, "Take my yoke," it means you've already got a yoke. You're already attached, and you need a new one. You need one I can give you, Jesus says. Jesus says you're weary and you're burdened because you're already linked. You're already joined together with something else. So, what is it that you are yoked with in order to deal with your restlessness? What is that thing that you're really living for? If that main thing is your children, then you're going to try to live your life through your children, and you're going to end up either driving them away or having them become very emotionally attached to you in an unhealthy way. And either way, it's not good. If the main thing is your job or your business, you will be ruined if you lose that business, or your hopes and dreams and all of that go rise and fall with how that job or business is going. And I could go on and on with many different examples, but whatever it is that you are linked to will either destroy you or you will destroy it, because it's always unequal. It's slower or faster than you. It's stronger or weaker than you. You do need a yoke. You need to be joined to something, but unless it's the right main thing, there is no rest for your soul. So what solution does Jesus give? It's that you need to exchange your burden for Jesus. You need to untie yourself from whatever it is that you're yoked to be yoked to Jesus. Accept his yoke. Because you can't do what you ought to do. You can only accept what God has done for you in Christ. So why is it that I'm weary? It's because I'm trying to make something else the main thing, and I overcommit, or I try to prove myself, and I forget that my righteousness can't be found in the approval of others. And so why is it that my life gets unbalanced? Well, it's not that I just need to scale back. I've got to put on Jesus and stop trying to earn my way or prove my way through work, through relationships, through success. So, whatever it is that's making you unbelievably tired today is because you are yoked to something besides Jesus. And so, there's this constant need to remember to find your rest in Christ alone. And it's only as you learn from me, Jesus says, allow yourself to be instructed by Jesus, to be discipled by Jesus day in and day out. Even as your trust is in Christ alone, which it must be for salvation, there can be these times of exhaustion. Why? Well, because you forget and you pick up your burden. You tie yourself to a different main thing. And anything you get into harness with will drive you into the ground or drag you in the wrong direction or deplete your strength and ultimately take life from you rather than give it to you. Jesus is the only one you can be yoked to who won't ultimately destroy you. Why? Because he says, "I am gentle and humble at heart. My yoke is easy, my burden is light." In other words, he's the only one that will give rest for your soul. So just a reminder for today that you need restedness because you are weary and you are yoked. Make sure you are yoked to Jesus today. God bless you.